Have you been searching for a 3-bedroom home in one of Reno's best areas with an interest rate in the threes? If so, you're going to want to check out this Walker floor plan at the Monarch community by DR Horton in the northwest part of Reno. This home is 1,347 square feet and is priced right around $460,000. And yes, they're currently offering a 3.875% interest rate with a conventional loan. If you're new to the channel, my name is David Tully and I am your go-to resource for Reno, Sparks, and Northern Nevada real estate. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or possibly relocating to the Reno area, I'd love to help. All my information is down below. So you're probably wondering where Monarch is located, and it's located in the northwest part of Reno, right off of Mayan and the Robb Drive area. It's in a super convenient location. You can actually walk to the Raley's grocery store and shopping center, which is right across the street. And you can get to Walmart, Safeway, Ross, and a handful of restaurants, bars, and shopping just down the street, whether you go left or right off the Mayan area. I would say you're only about 10 minutes or less away from the downtown Reno area, maybe about 15 minutes away from the Reno airport and Costco, and you're only about 10 or so minutes away from the University of Nevada at Reno. All right, today we're gonna be touring a move-in ready and turnkey Walker floor plan, the DR Horton community called Monarch in the northwest part of Reno. Is a 1,347 square foot home with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and a 2-car garage, priced at right around $460,000. All right, right as you make your way through the main entryway, you can see you got nice neutral LVP flooring here. I actually have LVP throughout most of my home. It's just a little bit lighter than this. And this is a DR Horton basically express home, meaning you can't change anything in the home. So if you don't like the color of the countertops or cabinets, but you like the floor plan, you're unfortunately gonna have to pick a different lot. So right over here, you got the 5¼ inch baseboards, which I actually had to upgrade in my home. This is a standard option here because you can't actually change anything. And I think it's a really clean look. And over here, you have a standard knockdown texture for the wall, which is a standard option with pretty much any builder in the area. Got a nice big dual pane window here, of course. But the really nice thing about this community is that it's turnkey, meaning these window coverings are included. You don't have to pay extra for that. Here's another view of the great room area, tons of LVP. They're actually recommending, because you have the outlets here, that you probably put your TV on this wall. Got an outlet up top so you can hide the cables, and a Smurf tube to run down your cables down low. You got a coax port and an Ethernet port there as well. Over here, got a nice big open kitchen with plenty of counter space. These are quartz countertops and maple cabinets. You don't get any cabinet handles or pulls, so you're gonna wanna go to Home Depot, Amazon, pretty much anywhere in town sells cabinet handles or pulls, besides grocery stores, of course. Most places in town, come on. And then you got a gas stove here, built-in microwave, and then you have a dishwasher here as well. And then they typically put in Moen fixtures. Yes, that is a Moen faucet. They have a really good warranty. And then I'm really glad that this sink does not have a middle divider. I know some people like that, but I just like a nice big open sink. And then that refrigerator, washer, and dryer is included. So all you have to do is get your clothes and you could be sleeping here on day one. Got a fairly good sized pantry here. And then what's really nice about this is my wife and I actually owned a 2-bedroom townhouse as our first property. And it was actually built by DR Horton, but it only had a 1-car garage. Of course, my wife got to park in the garage and I had to walk really far. So this is really nice to have a 2-car garage here. So DR Horton doesn't finish the garage, meaning they don't paint everything. Still got a really good sized garage here. Then you got a little bit more room on the side of this. So you could probably put some shelves if you wanted to mount something there. I think it could look really nice. And then that's probably a sub panel. I don't think that's your main electrical panel. And then over here, you got a tankless water heater by Renai. Takes a minute to get hot, but once you get in the shower, you can take an hour-long hot shower, which is really nice. Then you have a loop here, so if you want to put in a water filter or softener, which I would recommend, makes it very easy. Take you back in the home, show you upstairs, take a peek at all the bedrooms. And then right over here, it's going to be your powder room area, and your toilet's going to be right on the other side of that door. It's a little tight, but it's nice to have a bathroom downstairs for your guests. And then you got a smart thermostat here, which you can control with your phone, of course. You got a nice coat closet area. You could really put a shoe rack there if you'd like. I think that could be pretty cool. You know, since you don't have an actual mudroom here, I think a shoe rack here would be really nice. And then of course you can hang your closets. There's an outlet up there and you got a little bit more storage up there. Then as we head upstairs, you're gonna see carpet. We do have carpet upstairs and in the bedrooms, which I prefer. I do like LVP in most areas, but I do have carpet in my bedrooms. So you got this little area here, which can't really do too much. You might want to put something in the corner, maybe a little bookshelf or an accent piece. This home is dual zone, which is nice. So you have another thermostat up here. Right over here is going to be the first secondary bedroom. Not too big. It's probably a 9x9 or a 9x10. Dual pane windows, and then the included window coverings. Here's another view of the room. Then you have a standard coat closet set up here. All right, let's take a peek at the laundry closet area. What's really nice is this washer and dryer is included. So, you know, if you already have some, great. You could sell these or sell your other ones. I know some people really like their own washer and dryer and have an attachment to it, so I understand. And then this is a gas dryer setup, so if you ever need to replace this, there is no 220 for an electric dryer. Right across from the laundry area is going to be a linen closet, which is always nice for your sheets and towels. And then right above the laundry area right here is going to be your attic access. And right next to that laundry area is going to be your full bathroom. Got nice Petrofina countertops there with a single vanity, same maple cabinets and LVP flooring in this bathroom. LVP is very durable, but I also wouldn't recommend leaving water or moisture on the LVP for too long. I would still clean it up as soon as you can. Your toilet area, then you got a tub shower insert here. One thing to keep in mind, I've seen some people caulk this area, but as you can see under this insert, there are weep holes. So just make sure your guys don't caulk these open areas. Other than that, it's very easy to maintain. All right, last but not least, let's check out the primary bedroom and bathroom. At the primary bathroom area, you got that same LVP flooring, maple cabinets, Petrofina countertops with dual vanities. You have the Moen faucets. So all you really need is some cabinet handles or pulls here, your toilet area. And then I would recommend sealing this Petrofina, and then try not to put, you know, gym shaker cups, water with condensation on overnight if you don't seal it, because you're gonna wake up with some nice rings on this. And then your Petrofina surround over here, I would also recommend sealing this, but this is a nice walk-in shower. Only downside is you don't have a tub in the master, but you do have a tub just down the hall. You got a nice big primary bedroom. You got plenty of space here for your king size bed. And then they also put a outlet on the wall with a Smurf tube, so if you want to mount your TV, hide the cables. And then there's also a coax port and an Ethernet port there. Here's another view of the room. Plenty of space in this primary bedroom. And the nice part about this is, if you can see that brown building over there, that's the Rayleigh Shopping Center. You have a US Bank, you have a Bullies bar that's really fun on the weekends when football and sports are going. And let's not forget the walk-in closet here. Plenty of storage space, and you also have some nice shelving here. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the Walker floor plan at the Monarch community by DR Horton in the northwest part of Reno. This home is 1,347 square feet and it has 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. And this home starts right around $460,000, and you can currently get a 3.875% rate with a conventional loan in this community, which is absolutely insane. And if you have any other questions or comments about the specific home or community, please leave them down in the comments below and I would be happy to help. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or possibly relocating to the Reno area, I'd love to help. All my information is down below. And if you want to learn more about Reno, Sparks, or brand new home construction in the area, check out some of my other videos.